Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And some room to maneuver.
That's right, baby. It's all me.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 76 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. David Onyemata, his second sack of the night. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. This is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to work. Escapes the defender. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Running with Kamara. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play calling from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, 46 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, 26 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. There's another truck. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins were over 2,000 yards in their final season in college. They went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down.
Oh, this may be a free play for Winston. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Winston now. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Back deep, James Prochet. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 1-yard line.
Jackson going to run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first down throw for Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome. Let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And where have we seen this before?
Oh, that's
Sean
ambush.
Payton.
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
That's all right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Well, they changed things up on first down, trying to throw the ball. Incomplete. So they come back on second down and say, forget that. Hand it off to the big man. And he ends up making it a manageable third down.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he's taken down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They run the option here on first and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Jackson running again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Winston now to throw on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Winston from the gun on third down. And he's got room. And he just falls short down at the 1 yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there. And I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens 7-yard line.
To throw, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 54 yards. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. time tonight. It's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And that is going to...